Well, we're out today on the Brompton G Line, 8-speed little fold-up bicycle, and it is a bit windy, a bit rainy, and I'm going to share it with you and see what you think. And because it is so windy, I'm not sure just how well you're going to be able to hear the sound of me talking while I am here doing my little kind of Brompton G Line ride out. So I bought the Brompton G Line last weekend and I've had it kind of in the house pretty much most of that time because obviously it is late November now, and as you can see the weather is pretty dull. This is Storm Bert that is here at the minute, bringing strong winds, rain, but the temperatures are a little bit higher today. So I thought, well, as long as it's, you see the wind's actually blowing the bike there, as long as it isn't absolutely tipping it down with rain, I'll get out there, but I will put my waterproofs on and get myself, look at that, that's the wind blowing the bike. Dearie me. Right, let's see if we can get on and have a bit of a run here. Now, I haven't actually got myself set up with anything on this bike yet, as in action cameras or anything like that, so I'm literally riding along this cycle path. It's very quiet today because the weather is as bad as it is, and I'm riding on these 20-inch wheels, chunkier tyres, the Withe G1 tyres. I think they're made especially for the G Line for Brompton, and that together with the Brooks Flyer saddle with the springs at the back makes it pretty comfortable, I have to say. It's feels as comfortable as the Go Cycle did that I had a short time ago. And yeah, it's nice to just get out and do a little bit of a cycle about, but because I haven't got any like action camera set up or anything like that, because it was all a bit of a last minute, would the weather allow me to get out today or not, and I'm now holding the phone in my hand while I try and cycle along, which is probably not such a good idea. Look at this, bit of a flood going on. Right, well, what I'm going to do is have to stop, put the phone away and come back to you a little bit later. So it's good to get out and about, even if the weather is a little bit ropey. And it's been a while since I've been out on the bike, and it's just nice to have a bike, and particularly a Brompton bike, folding bike, that feels now more capable than it did as the 16-inch wheel version. Now, don't get me wrong, the 16-inch wheel version with the marathon tyres on is a pretty good bike, particularly if you're using it in the city and most of your journeys are going to either involve commuting to and from work, using trains, using buses, things like that, where folding it really small and neat is an essential part of why you have a Brompton. So, you know, if you're in a big city like London, of course, the 16-inch wheel version is exactly the sort of bike you want. Much lighter and folds down in a more compact way. This medium-sized G-Line Brompton with the 20-inch larger wheels, the 8-speed hub gears, my addition of the Brooks Flyer saddle at the back with the springs that actually give it that little bit of extra suspension make this bike a brilliant bike to ride. Now, I haven't been on it yet for months. I've only had it for just under a week, in fact, and I've been out on it for just 2 very short runs, and this run today, which has been about, an hour and a half, something like that. So I've not done a lot of miles on it yet, but so far it is a brilliant bike. It really is. For what it is, how it folds, yes, it's bigger, yes, it's heavier, but you can still set it up and use it in much the same way as any other Brompton. It's got the front luggage options. I've got I think it's called the Messenger large bag. I might be wrong in saying that. This one comes with the back rack and easy wheels sort of set up already fitted. As I say, I put things on it like lights. That light there comes standard, the bottom light with the bike. That's the only light that comes with it, battery operated, and that's one that had previously a cat eye one. Then at the front I bought this Moon, I think it's a 500, and an old one that I already had there. So, and then another old one there which I just use for flashing. But to be honest, I rarely go out at night time on a bike. But disc brakes, bigger tyres, practical, foldable, stick it in the back of the car. I mean, you could use it for commuting, it just is a bit heavier than the 16-inch wheel version. Anyway, that's my really quick first impressions of the Brompton G Line 8-speed manual. Hope that was of some use to you, although probably it wasn't much use. But in any event, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye bye for now.